One or two changes here and there.
Best of luck for the game, Rahul.
Thank you very much.
Right then, news from the centre is that Future Mattress have won the toss and they've elected to bat first.
Thank you, Ahmed Khwaja. And there you go, Future Mattress winning the toss and electing to bat first. On your screens, the two lineups. Future Mattress, Tasawwur Jammu, the skipper Syed Haider Wasi Shah will be donning the gloves once again in this tournament. Adil Mirza, Hamid Khan, Mohammad Ikram Zora, Ahmed Shafiq, Tawfir Riyasat, Tahir Latif, Mohammad Azhar, Mohammad Uzair Khan, Asif Mumtaz. Strong looking batting lineup. And to talk about Dubai Daredevils, I've got Abdul Rahman with me in the comm box. Welcome, mate.
Thank you so much, Srijit. Yeah, Dubai Daredevils, Rahul Soni, the captain and wicketkeeper, Mohit Raghav, Abdul Aziz Ansari making a comeback, Mohammad Nashir, Saib Pille, Mohammad Hanif, Abdul Safar, Anup Nair, Ashish Sharma, Ali Gohar, Charit Nirmal, the right arm all-rounder, and Mohammad Lukman. Interesting decision that by Future Mattress, winning the toss and deciding to bat first. And I think that's because they do look a bit light in the batting department. No Mir Ali Khan, no Rohan Mustafa, no Yasir Kaleem, no Asif Khan, no Ali Shan Sharfu, no Aryan Lakra. They've been severely depleted because of players going for international duty. So this is a good opportunity for Dubai Daredevils actually to pull one out over the Future Mattress side.
Absolutely. And on the other side will be the bench strength, which will be tested for Future Mattress, because normally they don't get any chance when the likes of Rohan Mustafa and the veteran players are there in the lineup. So it's an opportunity for the players to make their mark and cement their place in the playing 11.
There are a lot of hopes on Ikram Jora and the Tasawwur Jammu to step up. Also Adil Mirza scored a few quick runs in the last game that he played as opener. They do have Hamid Khan, V-Clicks and Haider Wasi Shah. Well, that will make life a lot more easier. Well, the two umpires walking out, Shishu Sham and Mujahid, two very experienced umpires in a very crucial game for both sides.
Absolutely, yes. Onus will definitely be on the opening batters to get to a flying start. Again, first 6 overs will be very, very crucial. Remember, there's no Rohan Mustafa to open the innings for Future Mattress.
Well, the Dubai Daredevils in Group B so far have played only 2 games, lost 1 and won 1. And the Future Mattress are unbeaten so far, 5 wins in 5 games. So they do have the license to thrill today. That's why that man is coming to open the batting. Adil Mirza. He packs a solid punch. If Adil and Hamid Khan get going, Srijit, expect a lot of fireworks, my friend.
Absolutely. Adil Mirza, very strong bottom hand player. So ploy definitely would be to bowl wide, away from his arc, because anything around the middle and off will clear his front leg and whack it towards onside.
Well, funny you say that, because a couple of boundaries he scored in the last match were actually just a guide over point. So that's why they've got the third man fielder deep. And there's a square leg. I don't think they need that square leg for Adil Mirza. He doesn't have those wristy shots, as you were saying. A lot of bottom hand on it. Maybe a better option to go with mid-wicket. Mohit Raghav will start proceedings with the new ball.
Way outside the off stump. Wide signal by the umpire.
Well, just as Srijit was saying, seems to be the plan. Keep it outside off stump to Adil Mirza. Don't give anything in his arc. Mohit Raghav, well, he struggled a bit with the new ball, especially with the extras. Needs to keep those in check. Oh, hit straight back. And has he grasped it? Yes, he has. It was a chance, it was an opportunity for the cotton ball, Srijit.
Well, we have to get an angle from the school end. Look at that. Was in the air. Oh, not happy at all, because it's very difficult as a fast bowler to bend down after releasing the ball, and it was hit with some power by Adil.
Yeah, hits everything with a lot of power, Adil Mirza. Now again wide outside off stump. And he won't mind that one bit. Adil has been working on his batting. Adil Mirza, been in the nets as well. Scored a lot of runs in a few domestic tournaments here, so that's good to see him opening the batting. They do have Haider Wasisha, Ikram Jora as options with the bat, Taqir Riyasat as well.
Much better line, it's in the air and taken it short mid wicket. Change of pace, I believe, from Mohit Raghav.
Well, he didn't go ahead with the shot, just checked it in the last minute, Adil Mirza. Had he gone ahead with that, look, just over there, held his shot and an easy chance. Had he gone ahead with that shot, probably would have cleared the fielder. He was very close in. That's a big wicket. Big wicket. Adil Mirza has to walk back for a 2-ball duck. And Future Mattress, well, they're 2 for 2, 2 for 1, beg your pardon.
New batsman in is Haider Wasisha, young Turk, who is very strong on and off. Will be a big wicket for the opposition. Shot wide, and again he's finding it very difficult to get his rhythm for sure.
Just a one delivery that he bowled in the stumps got him a wicket. All the runs have come from extra so far. And Syed Haider Wasisha, or what form this lad is in, scored 100 in the last game for Future Mattress. And he's enjoying himself with the bat. Swinging in and right behind it, middle of the bat. That is what happens when you're seeing the ball like a beach ball from the start.
Excellent play, excellent, I would say, a defensive shot from Syed Wasi Shah. With bat and pad together, will definitely take a couple of deliveries to settle in. Full toss, driven but straight to the fielder at mid-off, not for any runs. There is something for fast bowler for sure, because the second delivery that he bowled was swinging into the right-handed batsman. You have to concentrate and bowl more and more such deliveries.
Yeah, just the first few overs, you see the ball swing quite a bit. Then after that, just settles down to be a nice batting wicket. Pushing for a quick single there. And there is a slight miswheel. That's the first run off the bat in this over. And Wasi Shah, well, even though he has 100 to his name, will be relieved to get off the mark.
Absolutely right. The new batsman, you trying to get the first run from the bat to get that confidence, and that too from the middle of the blade. He's a class batsman, Wasi Shah. A Yorker and delivery, outer half of the bat was in contact. Just a single to third man, and Hamid will retain strike. First over completed, and Future Mattress 5 for 1.
A new bowler is Ali Gohar. Very good all-rounder. Good addition to this Dubai Daredevil side. And first ball driven very hard past the fielder. It's the coach Mohammad Hanif, and he's very lucky not to get hit on the face.
Because he was in front, he was trying to stop the ball by bringing his body in between, but that extra bit of bounce, look at that, was in the air. Oh, he's a brave fielder.
Well, he is brave, but there is a very thin line between bravery and stupidity. Wild swish. Well, that's the Hamid Khan school of opening. Clears that left leg and then just picks his spot. Either goes towards cover or will go straight with the flat back. And Ali Gohar with a good comeback.
After being hit for a boundary in the very first delivery, he's trying to get his mojo back. You rightly said he's a tremendous all-rounder, partnership breaker. Having a word with Aziz, will definitely try to break this partnership, especially Syed Haider Wasi Shah. We can get his wicket, then definitely there will be immense pressure in the middle order.
Oh, what a shot. What a hit. Unbelievable bat speed. Quick hands through that shot. Hamid Khan over extra cover for a maximum.
Was an overpitch delivery outside the off stump, and that was enough for him. Opens the face of the bat. He knew that fielders are maximum inside the 30-yard circle, and over. Future Mattress dugout for a maximum. Putting pressure straight away on Ali Gohar. Has already conceded 10 runs. Will definitely need to rejig his strategy. Bowling full is not working for him.
Under pressure, Ali Gohar. This time dragging it from outside off stump. And a quick single taken. All the fielders right at the edge of the circle when Hamid Khan is batting. Because he hits the ball so hard.
His role is pretty clear in the side, because Syed Haider Wasi will take his time, will get those singles, doubles, and hit those bad deliveries out of the park. And on the other hand, Hamid, each and every delivery that is hurled at him to try to get boundary. Meanwhile, excellent delivery. Good comeback by Ali Gohar.
Again targeting the stumps this time. And they already have the 11 from the over. Haider Wasi Shah, intelligent, street smart cricketer. Knows they have the runs. Doesn't have to play a rash shot. Can get away with a single here as well.
This time around midline leg stump. What a shot that from Syed Haider Wasi Shah. Pure timing. 4 runs.
Well, I'll tell you what, there have been 15 runs in the over, and that is the shot of the over so far. It was nothing more than a push. Have a look at this. This is test match cricket. Just in the gap. The most difficult shot to execute in cricket, and Haider Wasi Shah makes it look so simple. 20 for 1 now. Future Mattress at the end of 2 overs. Mohit Raghav will continue and hit hard, hit straight down the ground. We're still in the power plays, racing away from the mid-on fielder, and that is very poor fielding. He didn't get a hand to it, reached the ball but just couldn't drag it in.
That's where the slide comes into picture, but he didn't do that. And 4 runs. We rightly mentioned poor piece of fielding there. Attacking instinct shown by Hamid from the very first delivery that he had faced. Swing and a miss. Swinging delivery. And he was eyeing that extra cover region. Very lucky the bowler was to be hit, but missed it completely.
But Shrijit, where do you bowl to a batsman like Hamid Khan? He has a very simple plan. Just moves his front leg and then with an open baseball like stance just stands there wanting to hit the ball. Where do you bowl to a batsman like that?
We'll talk about that. Meanwhile, opens the face of the bat and plays it towards backward point for 4. Was aerial. in the air, but he knew that fielder was wide, and towards the right of that backward point fielder. Look at that. 4 runs. And coming back to your question, I would rather keep one deep point and ask the bowler to bowl round the wicket and angle the ball away from the right hander, and also mid on will be pushed back, so that if he mistimes one, because he's someone who loves to whack it towards onside, outer half of the bat in contact, then that player deep point slightly towards third man will come into play.
Oh, interesting tactics. But in the meantime, Hamid Khan is just enjoying himself, almost takes out one of the spectators outside. And that white van is in a lot of trouble. It's in his arc. What a shot. Hamid Khan
toiling with the bowlers. Look at that. And finds the gap.
Well, if you've got kids around, just keep an eye out. The ball is flying everywhere. Hamid Khan is in the groove. 14 runs off the over so far. And this is a blistering start. Look at those projected scores already. And with the bowling lineup they have today, Future Mattress, if they get anywhere close to 200, 210, they're going to make the life of the Dubai Daredevils batsmen very difficult.
Bangs in shot, but again, line. Already 14 runs conceded. And that's what you do to a bowler when you hit a boundary in the very first delivery. You are in a dilemma where to bowl, whether to bowl full, whether to bowl slow one. So far, we haven't seen those cutters from these fast bowlers.
Yeah, I haven't seen any slower deliveries so far. Oh, he's gone for one already. And right over that short mid-wicket fielder for another boundary. Well, the idea was good. And he almost executed it. But that fielder, I have to question why he is so close in, especially when Hamid Khan is batting. Because there's no way you're stopping that ball when it goes off his bat. Right at the edge of the, actually he's right at the edge of the circle, beg your pardon. It still beats him comprehensively for a boundary.
But he's not bowling according to the field set for his bowling. Bowling that slow one around middle and off, easy picking. Because he knew that there's a big gap between mid-off and mid-on and mid-wicket. He just have to find that gap.
Yeah, again, I don't understand the square leg fielder. Hamid Khan, you'll hardly see him flick the ball. As you were saying, tries to go with the full face of the bat. That's a good idea, by the way. I think that's a good option to go around the wicket and cramp him for room. Let's see now what Mohit tries. And it's an in-swinging delivery outside off stump. I would say Mohit is very lucky to get away with that. Very, very expensive over. 19 runs off it. Future Mattress 39 for 1 at the end of 3. Well, the change in bowling, they brought in left arm spin, might be a good option against Hamid Khan. But I'm not sure it's a good idea against Haider Wasi Shah. After that beautiful mid-on drive for a boundary, well, he's picked one up and gone over square leg for a maximum.
He positioned himself really nicely. He stayed inside his crease and then swiveled a bit to get that shot, and there was no fielder at the backward square leg. Magnificent shot that from Wasi.
Yeah, we're still in the power play. The two fielders deep mid wicket and long on. What a hit that to start off the over. Abdul Safar already under pressure. And again, intelligent cricket. Just guides it down to long on. And they take two. Once you have the 6 off the first ball, even if you take 5 singles, it's an 11 off the over. So this is good intelligent cricket. This is a very good partnership building as well. 45 runs already. And we're just in the 4th over.
And look at the projected score, the way they are going. This time Yorked himself. Good thinking. Will be an interesting battle between Wasi Shah and Abdul.
Well bowled. Just holding his pace up a little bit. No turn there. A good dot ball. Couple of dot balls needed now.
I think that's a magnificent line to bowl. We were talking about that. Wayward line and got the treatment from Syed Haider Wasi Shah. You can't err in line, especially when you're bowling against someone like Wasi. It will make you pay.
Well, the commentator's curse is usually reserved for batsmen. This time it was for Abdul Safar. Bowled 2 very good deliveries. Then a Yorker length, almost a half volley on leg stump and an easy boundary. This time he pulls out. Under pressure already. The 50 comes up for Future Mattress. 51 on the board. And we're just in the 4th over.
Much better line played with defensive. Was a defensive prod for a single. Wasi will retain strike. 4 overs gone. Future Mattress 52 for 1. Ashish Sharma been introduced for the very first time in this innings. Oh, away swinging delivery, they are appealing. But umpire Shiju Sam says no. Good away swinging delivery, excellent ball that.
Have a look. It was a bat just grazing the wicket. Eagle-eyed Shiju Sam. He doesn't miss out on many. And the keeper and bowler, well, they were celebrating, not appealing. Good delivery to start off.
And this time, excellent looking on drive. Fumble at mid-on. And, well, relay field. And won't be able to stop these two batters from picking up 2 runs. Excellent shot that from Wasi.
I just checked it at the last minute. Haider Wasi Shah straight down the ground and now misfield, giving away the extra run.
This time down the leg stump, flicked it, it's in the air. 1 bounce over the fence for 4.
Well, this time they've got the mid-wicket fielder for Syed Haider Wasi Shah instead of a traditional square leg. Again, missing the plot here, Dubai Daredevils.
Poor piece of bowling there. And the first delivery that he bowled, that's the line and length you need to bowl to Wasi, inviting the batsman to come on to the front foot. Much better line, played it with the straight bat. Won't be able to stop these two batters from picking up that single.
Again, good cricket. Got a boundary, and then the ball after that, not trying to hit it too hard, gets a single, brings Hamid Khan back on strike, and he hasn't faced a delivery for about 8 or 9 that have been bowled in the last 1.5 overs. Would there be frustration creeping in here now, Srijit? Or will he just bide his time? Hamid Khan, we'll have to see.
And this one, again, that onside prod. Wherever you ball, maybe on 5th stump or 6th stump, he'll try to drag it from that line and play it towards onside. Was very lucky. Played it straight into the hands of mid-on fielder. Still, this over has been pretty good for future Mattress. Better line, better length, but Wasi does well, opens the face of the bat with soft hands, and before the third man fielder could get to the ball, get an easy single. 5 overs gone, future Mattress 61 for 1.
Well, it's Abdul Safar who will continue. There's a change in the comm box. Ahmed Khwaja joins me for the next 5. Welcome, Ahmed.
Thank you very much, Abdur Rahman. Nicely bowled, nice loopy delivery. Abdul Safar got hammered for 13 in his first over. Just a few errant deliveries. Despite losing that early wicket, future Mattress going along very nicely at 11.8 runs per over. Lofted over extra cover, and it's skipping away down the slope. Touch and go, and it will go. Nicely done, Syed Haider. He rolls into the 30s.
I didn't middle it, got the toe end of the bat. Still had enough legs to cross that rope. He's looking good. As always, Haider Wasi Shah back from 100 in the last innings that he played here.
Yeah, I love the confidence with which he's been playing the last 5-6 months. Clarity of thought and approach. This time he goes downtown, mid-off is up, and it's a maximum. Glorious hitting.
Well, it is a 6. Well, again, he didn't get all of that. Again, the toe end of the bat. Abdul Safar keeping it wide outside off stump. Not sure if that is the right idea with that mid-off fielder up in the circle.
Wonderful lofted off drive. Made it look simple. And they'll take a single there. Frustration from Abdul Safar. Well, let's talk about this boy, Syed Haider Wasi Shah Abdur Rahman. What more does he need to do to get a national call-up? I think he's proved whatever he could do in domestic cricket. It's about time he gets invited to the big leagues.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% agree with you. I think he would be the perfect ploy at number 6 for the men in grey, or men in magenta and blue as they are right now.
Well, whatever it is, it's not working. Very devastating ODI series loss to Nepal. 2-1 today. Some big decisions I reckon need to be made, especially regarding that batting lineup. And you need to give that injection of youth, that verve. The likes of Aryan Lakra, Alishan Sharifu, Fahad Nawaz, Syed Haider Wasi Shah. It's about time this generation took over. Nicely glided to point. They will pick up one. Good running. 73 for 1 at the end of power play. going to be Ashish to continue. Ashish Sharma has a longish run up. Short man, short third and fine legger up. So Ashish needs to be very precise. Gone for 9 in his first over. Oh, that's been spliced. There's nobody at mid wicket though. They have pushed them all back. So slightly conservative from the Daredevils, and we were just talking about the changes that need to be made with the UAE national team. Well, you have a wonderful crop of youngsters. A name that you just mentioned off air, Ayan Afzal Khan. What a fighting performance that lad gave.
Well, he was the man of the series, and that 50 he scored today got some respectability to the total. So yeah, these youngsters, well, they're a special breed. Haider Vasisha, as you said, Alishan Sharfu amongst the runs as well in this tournament.
Completely homegrown lads as well, born and raised in UAE. Nicely back cut, but straight to point. Oh, Hamid Khan, you would have been gone there, and instead they've taken 2 on overthrows. Opportunism at its best.
Well, there could have been 2 run-outs, a double play, but in the end, Hamid Khan is safe. Suicidal running, to say the least. Was never a single, right in the hands of that point fielder. 1 miss, then it's Hanif, and miss number 2. Both direct hits would have taken him out.
That would have been a double play from baseball. Nicely clipped towards mid wicket. Good balance, and you can see with how much confidence Syed Haider Wasisha is playing with these days. Outstanding fielder, can be your backup wicket keeper as well, and he's already in a leadership role in a top side like Future Mattress. So what is the hesitation? I fail to comprehend.
Man, you have to give kudos to the future Mattress management as well. Adil Mirza, Rohan Mustafa, Umair Ali Khan backing the youngster. Oh, he's hit that hard. It's a no-look shot, but in the end he gets a boundary. Hamid Khan finally connects with 1.
Well, you don't need to look when you're bowling half trackers on middle and leg. Nothing delivery from Ashish, and just swung off the hip. Easy pickings, and Hamid Khan is just rolling nicely alongside Syed Haider. 37 of 16, and even then I would say he has batted slowly today.
Yeah, I just missed out on a couple of deliveries. Was off strike for a very long time. Just on Haider Vasisha, he was one of the top 3 in the summer league that happened here just a few months back, and has already broken into the top 3 here as well from run scoring perspective. Used as a finisher by Future Mattress, but with some of their main players missing, he's come up to number 3 and he's scoring runs for fun.
Oh, absolutely. And Daredevils, they would have felt they had an opportunity getting the wicket of Adil Mirza in the very first over itself. Slashed hard over point. He just sat back in his crease and slapped it. Good fielding by deep cover. Saved a certain boundary. They will pick up 2.
Yeah, Charit Nirmal at deep point, and he's done really well. Hit very hard. He's so strong. Square of the offside, Hamid Khan.
Yeah, good option to have in your side. Genuine all-rounder, the young Sri Lankan. Gives you a bit of medium pace, some batting down the order, and a fantastic fielder as you saw there.
Oh.
Forced but straight to extra cover. Couldn't find the gap. Abdul Aziz Ansari stands in the way. 10 runs off the over. 83 for 1. So we're going to see some leg break being introduced. Mohammad Luqman. Well, I was just peering on the sidelines and I spotted a familiar face, Akshay Jotin, their star all-rounder. He's been a massive absence and I just queried him, what happened, why aren't you playing? He said, I took a knock to my knee, his left kneecap, so hopefully he'll recover soon because he's a very important player. His 4 overs of medium pace plus that big hitting ability, just like his brother Abhay Jotin, they both lit up the domestic scene currently.
Yeah, very important player for this Dubai Daredevils lineup. And this is just their 3rd game. They've won 1, lost 1. So they want to keep that momentum going and get those wins together.
Down the leg side, not a good start for Luqman, trying to push it through. Keeper Rahul Soni did well to save perhaps 4 wides there.
Oh, this is one of the problems with Luqman. Tries to bowl a bit too quick. As a leg spinner, you need to give the opportunity to the ball to turn a bit. You're not going to get a lot of turn if you're firing it in.
Yeah, that's the nature of T20, isn't it? Makes the leg break bowlers bowl quicker in the air. Nicely played by Wasi. He's moved to 41 of just 23 deliveries. So stacking up those big scores after that 100. Now he's on his way to another half century.
And it's amazing to see how he changes his game with the role. Here he knows the batting is a bit light for future Mattress. No Umair Ali Khan, no Rohan Mustafa, no Alishan Sharfu, no Aryan Lakda. So he's the senior batsman and he's taken the responsibility at number 3, the most important batting position in a T20 game.
Hamid Khan off the pad. Fine leg is scurrying after it, waiting for the umpire signal. And given as leg buys, yeah, another poor delivery, got away with it, to be honest.
You're just, as a leg spinner, if you're not trying to get hit, you're probably going to bowl your worst deliveries. Those quick ones are either going to be too short or down the leg side.
Yeah, very true. You need to still be searching for wickets, not save your economy rate. Oh, this time he's gone through, big appeal, and yes, he's been given. Umpire Mujahid raises the dreaded digit, and that was right on the money from Luqman.
Yeah, there was no appeal. He knew it was out the moment it hit his pads. Yep, no movement at all, no foot movement, and right in front of the stumps. So Hazrat Luqman is finally, Mohammad Luqman, beg your pardon, has finally landed one. Picks up the big wicket, 87 for 2 now. Hamid Khan walks out for 39 of 20 deliveries.
New batter in is Mohammad Ikram Jora, very experienced middle order player. He's been bereft of runs recently. That was a good push to extra though, and he's in a catching position. I like that. Good captaincy. Mohit Raghav in there. So Mohammad Luqman, despite us being a bit critical of him, got one absolutely spot on. Speared into the stumps. Hamid Khan playing from the crease, trapped plumb in front. And this is a bit of an opening here for the men in pink and black. Can they just pick up a few quick wickets, put pressure on future Mattress? Oh no, not like that. And no chance for fine leg either. He was threatening to bowl 5 wides throughout the over, and he's finally done it.
Well, he has picked up the wicket, but he's giving away extra runs. And again, trying to bowl a bit too quick, never going to get turned when you're bowling from that kind of angle. And 5 bonus runs to future Mattress, they won't mind one bit.
Still going along beautifully at 12 runs per over somehow. Yeah, that's slightly better. Needed to be a bit fuller. Drag down to long on, and Ikram is underway. He's also a quality player, Abdurrahman.
Yeah, he's just been out of touch. Ikram Johra. Man's at number 4 usually for future Mattress, but there's a lot of competition internally for that slot.
Oh, absolutely. Like you mentioned, an entire batting lineup missing tonight. Oh, good delivery, spearing into the pads once again, but well watched by Syed Haider Wasisha. He'll keep the strike as well. 94 for 2.
Now change in bowling. It's Charit Nirmal coming in to bowl.
Yeah, coming in from the school end. Pretty much orthodox fast bowlers field outside the power play. There's a deep square leg, long on, long off, deep cover, and the third. Nicely clipped towards fine leg. Good fielding by Lukman. He's a decent athlete. I think he's kind of wasted at fine leg, to be honest.
He's good hands as well, good catching hands. Want to have a fielder like that at square leg catching or long on, long off. But maybe because he's bowling from this end, they want to keep him in the circle, keep him fresh.
And I would still like to see that extra cover fielder come in a few paces, be in a catching position. Ikram Johra loves that lofted shot over extra. And the way he's had some patchy form recently, that could be a catching position. They do have a catching mid-wicket for that uppish flick. So why not bring that extra cover in as well? Oh, chased it outside off. There you go. Just fishing for the ball.
Yeah, as you were saying, tentative outside off stump Ikram. You don't say that very often. But form is such a funny little thing. When you're in form, that delivery, you'll punch it just like that and it'll go racing away to the boundary.
Well, that's a great word you use, form. I once had a conversation with UAE's ODI captain, former ODI captain Ahmed Raza, about form. He's like, form, it's not something, it's a state of mind. It's not something that really exists. And I thought that was a very interesting perspective. Nicely glided away to that deep cover. What are your take on that?
Well, for me, form goes hand in hand with luck. You'll see a lot of players middling the ball and finding the fielder. And on any other day, they'll go racing away to the boundary or over the ropes for a maximum. So yeah, it is a state of mind, but it also depends on the conditions around you and your luck and how much it's favoring you.
Well, there are some players who just roll with it all the time. Ben Stokes comes to mind. How that man does it time and again, in the clutch, in the pressure, in the limelight. He's had his blows, but the way he's come back, his cricket career is nothing less than a movie.
Yeah, it's always the players that have been through the toughest times that then come back and shine. That 24 run over against Carlos Brathwaite, I think, has made the man and the legend that is Ben Stokes now.
Oh, absolutely. What a player he is. Meanwhile, just dealing in once, steady over from Charit.
And if you just look at home, Rohan Mustafa, not part of the T20 side, walks into the ODI setup and scores a 50 in his first game.
Oh, absolutely. Another phoenix rising from the ashes. He was desperately disappointed to miss out on the T20 World Cup. And he's taken that on the chin and in his stride. Immediately in the ODI setup, responded with a 50 on difficult pitches in Nepal. And that's the sign of a champion that he is. Good to see him back in national colours. It feels odd not seeing him there, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just, as we say, one of those people whose name is first on the list, even if he's not the captain. It's straight down the ground. Wasi gets a single. Steady over from Charit Nirmal. Just the 5 off it. 99 for 2 now. Future Mattress at the end of 9 overs.
Lukman continues. Once again, he just struggling with that control and good fielding at fine leg. Really good fielding. That will bring up the 100 for Future Mattress in very, very decent time.
Well, it's interesting to see that the captain, Rahul Soni, not very animated. He saved a couple of boundaries for the team. That's good to see. Mohit having a conversation with the bowler, just telling him to calm it down. You're my ace. Let's get a couple of wickets here.
Well, was that a conversation? Very animated one. Yeah, well, it's worked. Right on the money. Bowling it a touch slower and a touch straighter. That's all he needs to do.
And if you played against Haider Vasisha, you'll know that just that slightly slower, loopier ball in the air is where he gets trouble. Anything quick on his pads, outside off stump, well, he's always in position to play those balls.
Very full there. Trying to drive that past the point fielder. 3 of 6 for Ikram Johra. Just searching for his form. Some time in the middle. And that will bring his old touch back, hopefully. Beautiful cut shot. Beats the point fielder. Look at that footwork and that bat speed. Brilliant.
And again, just getting that delivery to cut loose Ikram Johra. Wide and short. And he's cut it nicely. Well, the point fielder should have done a bit better to save that ball from going to the fence.
He should have been a bit finer as well. You have deep cover. Now they're getting the angles right. Yeah, needed some protection there, Lukman. He feels like that kind of a bowler whose shoulders drop early if he gets hit. Beautifully sliced away once again. He really is so good against spin, Ikram.
Well, Lukman did take a wicket. I'm not sure if this was a good idea to continue with Hamid Khan out of the equation. Maybe gone with the left arm spinner instead. Well, let's see, can he prove us wrong here and get another wicket?
Slapped over cover. Not the right shot to play, but look at that pressure Wasi is putting on the fielders. That's brilliant.
Running the first one hard, doing the basics right. Haider Vasisha moves along to 48. What a knock, what a purple patch he's going through.
Well, this purple patch doesn't seem to end. Maybe it's the norm. We're into a new generation, a new reboot of Syed Haider Vasisha. Gone are that itchy and scratchy player who looked trapped in his own mind, struggling for form. Now he's just smacking the ball so cleanly, stacking up the big runs, and he's become a pillar for Future Mattress. Clipped towards mid-wicket, and once again he'll keep the strike. 110 for 2 at the halfway stage. Hamid Khan 39 of 20, but it's Syed Haider Wasi Shah once again holding it all together for Future Mattress, batting beautifully on 49, and they're in a very good position at the halfway stage as Srijit joins me in the comm box. Good evening, Srijit.
Good evening, Ahmed. What a batting performance this by Syed Haider Wasi Shah.
Consistency is thy name, Syed Haider. Charit Nirmal bowled a steady first over. Flick towards that vacant square leg region. They're pushing for two. This could be a run out opportunity, but at the wrong end. And that is 50 for Syed Haider Wasi Shah. Of just 31 balls, he's held it all together for Future Mattress once again.
Take a bow, Wasi Shah. He came, he saw, he conquered. He took a couple of deliveries to settle in. He made sure that poor deliveries are treated really well. They needed a partnership. He got that, and he's looking good for a big one.
Trying to pull that away from well outside off. Taking a few liberties there. But you're allowed a false shot here and there when you're batting on 51 of 32. But the work is not done yet, Srijit. Plenty of overs still remaining. And the batting is a touch light tonight with all those absences.
But they have done really well. They said it's an opportunity for the bench players to really prove a point. Fine leg, third man up in the circle.
Nicely clipped towards mid-wicket. And it honestly feels like there is no way this lad will get out unless he makes a mistake. The control with which he's playing these days. So the Daredevils need to make something happen here.
The only time I saw Syed Haider Wasi Shah struggling was against the left arm spinner. That fourth line delivery, the tossed up delivery, where he was trying to drive and couldn't really time it well.
Nicely glided into the gap behind point and shot third. Wonderfully constructed boundary there by Ikram Johra.
Using the pace on that occasion, Johra, look at that, waited, and at the very last moment just opens the face of the bat to get that gap.
Lovely shot indeed. They've taken a lot of protection on the leg side. What they need to realize is Ikram is a very fluent player on the offside. So I would suggest take that short third back, bring that mid wicket in, because that's coverage for a bad delivery if he's getting smacked over mid wicket, and just pushes the one down the ground. That's good batting.
Intelligent batting by these two batters. They know when to shift their gears, when to hit boundaries. An important thing is, after getting a boundary, they're making sure that they're not playing any rash shot. They're getting those singles, which is very important and highlight, I would say, of this batting performance.
Partnership has already cruised to 31 runs in very quick time. It only felt like a few minutes ago Ikram arrived at the crease. Trying to force that to extra cover, just the bottom half of the bat. 119 for 2. Productive over for Future Mattress. The leggy continues. 1 for 20 so far for Mohammad Luqman. Current run rate of 10.8 is very, very acceptable indeed. looking at a 200 plus score. Oh, he's gone downtown, long off, just gonna drop in front of him. Ali Gohar, sharp footwork, but they will pick up a couple. So he's looking to just open up here.
They're not manufacturing any shot. These are all risk-free shots. They know exactly where the fielders are. If you look at that shot, it was in the gap, no risk involved.
Very full, too full in fact. Otherwise he could have tried to glide that down to the third man boundary. Fielder is up, point and third in the circle, as is the extra cover. Pretty much standard field for the spinner. And that has been his issue. He does bowl a fair few wides down the leg side.
He is putting himself under immense pressure by bowling those line. Look at that. Excellent work behind the stumps.
Yeah, Rahul Soni had to get a move on. A big full toss, belted past extra cover, and there it is, that early boundary in the over.
The captain needs to go to the player and tell him what he needs to do. A juicy full toss outside the off stump, that was enough for him. Look at that. Quickly onto it, and no chance for that extra cover fielder.
And this time the back cut past the point fielder. Well, this is a batting masterclass from Syed Haider Wasi Shah tonight, especially against the spin.
They are themselves to be blamed. The bowling side, the way they are bowling. Look at that. Shabby.
Shabby is exactly the word. Lukman is not providing any control whatsoever. You can see that slight shake of the head. And I think that might be some of the England lads here, the England Lions. Another back cut behind point. Big chase. This time it will be cleaned up. We saw the Afghan team training yesterday here, preparing for the series in Sri Lanka. So they'll be heading over there soon. The ICC Academy really is such a center point of global cricket, isn't it, Srijit?
Absolutely. And spectators are slowly coming in to catch a glimpse of the favourite player.
Hit on the up through extra cover, no chance for the long off. Look at that bat speed from Syed Haider Wasi Shah. Absolutely sensational.
And with the turn, more importantly, he played that shot. There was gap. And look at that. Look at that head position. The elbow. Spot on. Boundary to end the over. 12 overs completed. And future Mattress 136 for 2.
Well, plenty of bowlers used by Rahul Soni, and only Ashish Sharma, none for 19, and Charit Nirmal, none for 14 in their two, have provided any resistance. Mohit Raghav, the senior pacer, got hammered, as did Ali Gohar in his sole over. Abdul Safar, the left arm spinner, well, Wasi took an especially keen liking to him. So where does Rahul Soni turn for some control? Looks like he's going back to Ali Gohar, the tall medium pacer. Needs to give him some semblance of control, otherwise this game is running away from the Daredevils. Nicely struck towards extra cover. That fielder was slightly square as well. So just a few quiet overs here, Srijit.
Ploy would be to stop that leakage of runs. Look at the projected score. 221 if they move at this pace, which definitely they would like to improve.
Back cut behind point, anything short and wide. He's climbed all over it time and again.
Out in line and got the treatment from Wasi Shah. Look at that. He moved a bit and was right behind that shot, right from the middle of the blade. No chance for that fielder.
Fantastic hands once again. 141 for 2. He's already raised to 73 of just 41 deliveries. The 50 partnership is raised in double quick time. And the captain, Tasawwur Jammu, at the toss said, I would be satisfied with 150. Well, he certainly kept very low expectations from his own lads, because they're cruising past that. This time once again looking for that forcing shot. The only pick up one.
Was very close to his body. Was very lucky. And that's the line you need to bowl to Wasi, because you have a fielder, the edge of the 30-yard circle. You are trying to make him play that cut shot, which I believe is his favorite shot.
Ikram looking to be positive as well. Good stop there by Abdul Aziz Ansari. Well, we haven't seen any of his quickish leg break tonight, which is a surprise to me. He's been batting really well in the Arabian Cricket League. Perhaps that's his focus currently. Another big shot towards Aziz. Does well. In fact, he keeps it to 0. Excellent fielding.
In the initial half of his career, Wasi Shah struggled against full length delivery outside the off stump, but as the innings progressed, he's not trying to play those risky cover drives.
Wristy flick towards mid wicket. A lot of room there to maneuver. Another good over. Ali Gohar taken for a ride. 144 for 2 at the end of 13. So Abdul Safar, the left arm spinner, being reintroduced. Lukman relieved, and I think that's the right call because he was really struggling. .75 or 44 for Syed Haider Wasi Shah, and initially he really counter-attacked Abdul Safar beautifully, took him for a 4 and a 6 down the ground. Let's see what Ikram Johra does in return.
I would like to see this battle between Abdul and Wasi Shah. He has troubled the right-handed batsman. Slightly shot outside the off stump. Have done better. Single there.
Well, they've leaked a lot of runs behind point. That has been a problem area for the Daredevils. Whoever they've posted in that region has struggled to contain the runs. Need to put their best fielder. Perhaps Charit Nirmal can go in there. 76 of 45 for Wasi. And giving it a lot of due respect to a good delivery.
And this is the line which I was talking about, that put Wasi Shah in some sort of trouble. I have to consistently hit that line.
Yeah, if he plays you a big shot down the ground and if he whacks you, that's fair enough. That's the quality and skill of the batter. You have to keep your consistency, hit your areas. Lofted once again, but well short of that long off. And there, like you mentioned, he was trying to create something fancy that wasn't really there.
As a spinner, I always believe that you need to be brave. You need to toss the ball up. No matter, as you rightly said, if you've been hit for a boundary or two.
Yeah, that's part and parcel of a spin bowler's life. Oh, he's bowled him. There you go. A bit of extra bounce. Ikram Johra trying to create a shot that wasn't really there, and he's been cleaned up.
And look at that. From the corner of the crease was an arm ball, and he was completely bamboozled by the line and length. It was cleaned up. Good delivery. And he will have to walk back. Abdul gets his first wicket. Mohammad Ikram Zora out to walk back to the pavilion for 16. And future Mattress 147 for 3.
Toki Riyasat, genuine all-rounder, coming in at number 5. And well bowled there by Abdul Safar. That's a top over, only conceding 3 runs. And a prized wicket of Mohammad Ikram Jora. 147 for 3 at the end of 14. Ali Gohar continues, and just a hint of uncertainty about the future Mattress batting currently. Inside edge that could have easily been jammed onto the sticks.
He was surprised, was stuck inside the crease, and I believe it was very close to his leg stick. Look at that.
Yeah, that's his speciality, Ali Gohar. He gets that ball to nip in off the surface. Tucked around the corner, very, very careful. That could have easily struck the pad and we would have seen a huge appeal.
He's bowling wicket to wicket, and that's what you need to do, because anything wide shot outside the off stump we have seen. Wasi Shah is very strong behind the point. He'll vacuum.
Yeah, from that 148, maybe honestly 70 runs behind point. That just shows they haven't bowled straight enough or full enough. A lot of boundaries in that region. Toki Riyasat new to the crease, but a very clean striker of the ball as well. Hint of outswing, and that will be given as a wide. Umpire Shiju Sam, well, he's one of the best we have in the UAE. Officiates in international matches as well. We saw him in action recently in the Asia Cup qualifiers.
Umpiring standards top notch. And this time round his leg stump, flicked it. Just a single.
Yeah, well controlled, but still a hazardous shot for me. But Toki Riyasat will get underway. 150 brought up for future Mattress in very good time. Still looking at that 200 plus score, well within their range. And Wasi slaps it straight to extra cover and dropped. Well, Abdul Aziz Ansari, how costly will that drop chance be to the form batter of future Mattress?
Was in the air for long time. I think it took his eyes away from the ball. Poor piece of fielding there. Good comeback. Bat and pad together, plays it defensively back towards the bowler.
Very, very poor indeed. Just when they had inflicted some pressure on future Mattress, they could have had back-to-back wickets. 2 new batters at the crease, and it's a chance gone a begging. Single to complete what was a very good over from Ali Gohar. 151 for 3 at the end of 15.
Interesting phase of play. 151 runs on board. As Abdul will continue. It's been slightly outside the off stump. Punches it towards onside for a single. Interesting phase, especially from last 2 overs, where things have been quiet. To talk about that, I've got Abdul Rahman in the comm box. Good evening, mate.
Good evening. I thought you introduced me with that first ball. Abdul will continue. I was like, just come in, man. Give me a breather here. But yeah, a bit tentative, future Mattress. Don't want to lose another wicket here, and that's why take a couple of overs just to settle down. They do have Uzair Khan and Mohammad Azhar to come in. 2 hard hitters of the ball. Tasawwur Jammu can hit them as well, but not till maybe the 17th or 18th over. As he's hit that, is it going into the gap? It is. Beautiful execution. It was a short delivery, rocked on the back foot and found the gap to perfection. Haider Wasi Shah gets a release shot. He gets a boundary.
He kept him quiet for a long time, using the depth of the crease, and plays it in the gap for 4. That will definitely take the pressure from Taqir, who's at the non-striker's end. As he comes in, and what a shot that! It's in the air, and it's a sixer.
Well, heart and mouth stuff. Ball hit in the air. There was a fielder at square leg, but he had to cover a lot of ground to get to that ball. In the end, sticking his hand out in hope more than anything, and he gets a maximum. 10 of 2 deliveries. He moves into the 90s now, Haider Wasi Shah.
If you have to prepare a graph, 70%, 50, 60% on the offside towards that point region, and rest towards that backward square leg where he played his maximum runs. 207 is the projected score, just 10 runs away from his century. He has batted really well with authority. Much better line. Inner half of the bat was in contact. Just a single.
Now good cricket, intelligent cricket again by Haider. Just takes a single, gets off strike. Calm and compose yourself, young man. And Taqir Riyasat, well, he has the license now. 4 more overs to go.
On the back foot he goes, punches it towards sweeper cover for a single. He'll retain strike. 16 overs completed. Future Mattress 165 for 3. Made a comeback in the second spell, Ali Gohar. Bowled a brilliant third over. Can he finish it off in style?
First over was quite expensive. Then he's bowled 2 on the trot. Tawqir Riyasat hits it straight and hard. What a way to start the over. And this is the license he has now as an opening here. Tawqir Riyasat to play aggressively.
Was slightly back of length delivery. He knew that long on was slightly wide. Was in the air for a long time, but maximum for Tawqir, putting pressure on Ali Gohar in the very first delivery.
Now again he's hit it very hard. There is a fielder there. Will be a single. 91 now. 9 runs needed for the 100 for Haider Vasisha. 172 on the board as well. They're going at 10s and over.
This time swivels, he flicks it towards onside, completed 1. Excellent running between the wickets by these two.
Well, he has faced 57 deliveries, but he was quick off the blocks. Haider Vasisha took the first one very hard, had a quick look at the fielder. It was Hanif who had to turn around to catch that ball from his right hand, and by the time he held the ball, they were off for 2. This time will be just a single.
Excellent stuff. I think for me, that sweep shot towards backwards square leg and that flick reminds me of Steven Smith. If he misses, he's prime contender for LBW. But he'll never miss the way he is watching the ball, the way he is timing the ball. He's getting right behind the length.
Tawqir Riyasat winds up and he's hit that in the gap. Didn't get a clean connection, but remote minded one bit. It's a boundary, and this is a very expensive over now from Ali Gohar. 14 off it with the delivery to come.
And the projected score is 212. Look at that. Was coming into the right-handed batsman, and that swat coming in from Tawqir. He'll be very happy to get that boundary. Not a convincing shot though. 179 runs. We were talking about 200 plus. The way these two batters, and especially not to forget Uzair Khan, player of the match in the very first match that future Mattress played. One was slow one, it's in the air. Has it got the distance? Yes, it has. Over the long one, friends, for 6.
No, new balls please. It was Tawqir Riyasat's best shot of the over. It was the freedom that he had. Last ball with 3 more overs to go. He's absolutely tonked that for a maximum. 185 for 3 now, future Mattress. Well, interesting tactics here from Dubai Daredevils. They haven't given Abdul Aziz Ansari a ball, and they've brought in Mohammad Hanif. He's an off spinner, very experienced.
Can he get that important breakthrough? Vasisha wasn't ready. Look at the field setup. 3 fielders on the offside inside the 30-yard circle for Vasisha. Slightly quicker. Pushed it with soft hands towards onside. Looking for the second. Excellent running. And it's a direct hit. All eyes on the umpire. And they have gone upstairs. And it looks like he is not in the safety of the crease. He is walking back. But still, we'll have to wait and watch for the final decision from the third umpire. Bowler was very quick, puts in a slide, and without wasting any time, fires in a throw. Look at that. Not in the frame. And no. He's gone.
Well, it was suicidal to say the least, but very good effort there by the bowler. Mohammad Hanif charged after that ball, made sure he collected it, and with one swoop, throwing it to hit the stumps.
Mohammad Tawfiq will have to walk back 20, and future mattress 186 for 4. The new batsman in is Mohammad Uzair Khan, but he'll be at the non-striker's end. First delivery after the wicket, plays it towards onside for a single. Interesting battle this would be between the off spinner and Uzair Khan. He's got a strong bottom hand. He's having a nice look at the field placement. Perfect time for Uzair Khan, I would say.
Yeah, he likes this situation. And that's why hit that very hard. No chance for the fielder at long off. What a way to get off the mark.
Wasn't a risky shot at all with the turn. Look at that. There's no fielder, but there was a fielder at long off wide, but no chance for that fielder. Was timed stupendously well. 190 runs on board. I believe 225. 230 is what they'll be eyeing at this stage. Still they have got almost 3 overs.
Well, if they can get to 210, 220 from here, which is doable with these two batsmen, that would be a very tough target against the bowling of future Mattress with the likes of Mohammad Azhar, Asim Mumtaz, Uzair Khan, Tokir Riyasat, to name just a few. Oh, it's connected, it's in the air, fielder settling underneath it, and it's a simple catch. Well, it's a boundary and then a wicket, and you expect that at this stage of the game. It's a big wicket there. The hitter Uzair Khan out for 4.
I think the shot was on. I for one thing believe that it was on, but distance wasn't there. It was in the air for a long time, and Gauhar completes the catch. Excellent take, and this could be the difference between that 230 which we were talking about. Uzair Khan won't be happy at all. Look at that. Excellent take. Not an easy one under the lights, but wicket nonetheless. Fifth one goes for 191.
Driven inside out, gets a single. Oh, it's going to be interesting to see what Haider Wasi Shah does here. Does he go for the glory shot, the boundary, to get the runs in the over, or does he just take a single, try to get to that triple figure mark and then cut loose? If anything, he's deserved 100, but I know for sure that he doesn't play for those milestones, plays for the team. Oh, he's connected it well. It's racing away to the boundary. Could this be the 100? Yes, it is. What a way to bring up your 100. Haider Wasi Shah, take a bow. Unbelievable cricket, unbelievable form from the youngster.
Come at the man. What an innings. You deserve this applause. He came, he took a couple of deliveries, and he completed his century. 18 overs gone, 196 for 5 future Mattress.
Well, new bowler coming in is Mohit Raghav. And just talking about that innings from Syed Haider Wasisha. Oh, that purple form continues, but 10 boundaries, 3 sixes in the 100. It's been a composed knock. It's been a knock, as you said, similar to somebody like Steve Smith would play under pressure. And this time he gets a single. Interesting thing, yesterday Steve Smith scored about 80 odd runs. He drove the ball through cover, and they showed a video of him talking to Warner saying, "I'm back, baby." And I think Haider Wasisha can say that as well. He is back. He is back amongst the runs. He is back with the big boys. We hope to see him back with the men in grey.
Regularly knocking the doors, and this time around played it with a straight bat. And you have to perform consistently to make sure that you get the eyeballs, and selectors will be having a keen eye on this youngster, the way he is playing, especially the domestic season. He's constructing, weaving his innings really like a matured player.
A slow delivery. Somewhere Jammu goes through with the shot a bit too quickly. What Shajit, you say, is knocking on the door. I think he's got a big tank and he's trying to demolish the door and run over anyone that comes in his way. Unbelievable form by the youngsters. Very difficult to forget that he's only 22 years old. Oh, it's in the slot. It's in the slot. It's Wasi time. He has cut loose after that 100. Slow delivery. And that's a trademark Haider Wasi maximum.
Opens the face of the bat. It was a slower one. Look at that. He slaps it. He knew that there was no fielder at extra cover, deep extra cover. He improvises it and gets the maximum.
Now the Dubai Daredevils, they need to come up with something fast. They don't want to give away a lot of the free runs. Everything that is being scored now are runs they have to chase down. Charges down the track, plays it in the gap. No, it's the fielder. He's done really well. Abdul Safar saved a certain boundary for the side.
And now 7 legitimate deliveries remaining. 206 runs on board for future Mattress. Highlight of this innings would be, and for sure it has to be, Syed Haider Wasisha's 100. The way he constructed, the way he played. Shot outside the off stump, played it in the air. Fielder, just a single. 19 overs gone. 207 for 5 future Mattress.
Well, the last over coming up. Future Mattress 207 on the board. More than half of the runs coming from Haider Wasi Shah's bat. And it's Charit Nirmal coming in to bowl the last over. Has been the pick of the bowler so far. Very interesting that he's not bowled his full quota, especially with all the other bowlers going for 11-12 runs and over.
Absolutely, very surprised. He bowled quick, wicket to wicket. Got those nipping back of limb deliveries. Nice run up, slightly slower. I think that has been the mantra, and that might be the reason why he was not being given the full quota.
I think that over from Hanif was an extra one from the spinner. They could have bowled Charit Nirmal for the 18th and the 20th over. Hanif did pick up a wicket but went for quite a few runs. And now it's Haider Wasi Shah. Oh, he's surveying the field. Watch out if you've got a car parked right there at square leg. He's hit that ball in the air. Fielder settling underneath it. Now it's a catch. It's Charit Nirmal who's picked up a wicket. And it's Haider Wasi Shah who was to walk back after a blinder of a knock. It was a tired looking shot in the end.
I second you. The shot was on, but couldn't get that distance straight into the hands of the fielder, but he has done his job. 108 is what he has scored of just 65 deliveries, and Future Mattress, they lose their 6-1. 208 for 6.
Well, new batsman walking in is Mohammad Azhar. He can hit the ball hard as well. But Charit Nirmal, I have to scratch my head. That slower delivery, almost unplayable. And it's almost criminal to say that he's bowled just 3 overs in this spell of his. Now goes for the Yorker this time. And well dug out. They're pushing for 2, no, just a single.
Intelligent bowling there by Nirmal. And I'm also surprised that why he wasn't given the second, the third and the fourth over. Because you need someone who can bowl those cutters, bowl those Yorker line delivery and back of line delivery with some pace. I would like to have cameras on the skipper. Again a slow one, missed time. Fielder coming underneath. Will this be another one for Nirmal? Yes, second one for Nirmal. And Future Mattress, they lose their 7th one.
Oh, this is good, turning out to be a brilliant over. The 20th over. This time, he checks his pace again, but it was quicker than the last one. And a very good catch taken by Mohit Raghav at point. This is just the 2 runs in the over so far and the 2 wickets. And momentum towards Dubai Daredevils. The Savar Jammu walks out for 5, 209 for 7. Now Future Mattress. Well, Tahir Latif comes into bat. He'll be well off if he can get a single and give Azhar the last ball. Ah, big swing and a miss. Clearly the plan was to go for the big shot, and again Charit Nirmal, what a spell, what a last over, just 2 runs, 2 wickets, one of them the Centurion Haider Vasisha, and he will only bowl 3 overs in this Dubai Daredevils bowling innings.
Definitely they'll repent on the remaining 1 over of his from his quota. Bowled really well with some intent. This one slightly shorter in length. Has he got the distance? Yes, he has, over the deep mid wicket for 6.
Well, the last ball is probably the worst one he's bowled. It stuck in the wicket and was nice and juicy for Tahir Latif, who was rocked on the back foot, just pulled it towards that long on fielder, going over his head for a maximum.
It reminded me of Rashid Khan, the way he plays. Though there was a fielder but mere spectator on that occasion, but 215 runs on board, which means 216 is what Dubai Daredevils require to win this encounter, and that's the batting card for you. 108 of 65, top-notch performance from Syed Haider Vasisha, and played second fiddle to him is Hamid Khan. And look at the extra, 16 extras, and that's where they have to really work hard.
Yeah, and look at the bowling card. Mohit Raghav 335, 447 for Ali Gohar, Abdul Safar 442. All the bowlers except for Charit Nirmal going at almost 10 and over, and he's the only bowler along with Ashish Sharma who didn't bowl his quota or his full quota. And the 16 extras, a lot of them wides down the leg side, and a couple of 5 widers as well. So 215 is the score that Future Mattress has managed. Remember, they won the toss, decided to bat first. And we'll be back after a short break for the run chase. Don't go anywhere, as Dubai Daredevils need 216 to win this crucial encounter. Game number 33 of the Sky Exchange.net ICCA Academy Arabian Cricket League 22-23, powered by Fancourt.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to SkyExchange.net presents ICC Academy Arabian Cricket League powered by Fan Code. 216 is what Dubai Daredevils will be chasing. And to talk about that, I'm Srijit PS, and along with me is Abdul Rahman. Good evening, mate. What should be their strategy?
Well, they have to go all guns blazing. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Their 216 run chase against this bowling lineup isn't going to be easy. And that's why they've sent in Charit Nirmal to open the batting. No Rahul Soni. Mohammad Nasir, his partner on the other end, and Uzair Khan with the ball.
A slip in place, excellent delivery that. Slightly outside off stump and came back in sharply. Good line, good length to start off.
Yeah, but you have to say, Charit Nirmal going across the line for ball one, not a good idea. Nowhere near the pitch of the ball that time, Charit.
Good leave, good length. And I'm surprised to see that there is a fielder at the backward square leg. I believe that there should be a fielder on the edge of 30-yard circle on the onside mid-wicket region, because he's someone who's trying to play his shot, rather bring that swat towards that onside cow corner region. I think ideally there should be a fielder at mid-wicket.
Well, they do have that fly slip there, the ball going towards that square leg fielder. Ahmed Shafiq has done well, just keeps it to 2. They have that catching player on the offside, almost right at the edge of the circle. Fly slip. So once the ball stops swinging, maybe you'll see him come to that short mid-wicket position you're talking about, Srijit. But yeah, you're spot on there. With the ball swinging in, you need more protection on the leg side.
Much better line, slightly towards middle and off. From there, you need to make the batsman guessing. Invite the batsman to drive. Won't mind having a short extra cover for that drive. And from there, put the batsman in two minds whether the ball will come back or it'll angle away. Will be a straighter one.
Yeah, Uzair, one of those rare fast bowlers, left-handed, who can swing the ball both ways, takes it away from the right-hander and brings it in at pace. This time it was in the slot, hit straight down the ground for a boundary. So finally cut loose, Charit Nirmal.
And good thing about that shot was he covered the swing. Couple of steps and then look at that. Safest in the week, no chance. 4 runs.
He's dangerous when he's playing straight, Charit Nirmal. The first ball that he missed out on was a similar delivery, but he went across the line. This time checking his shot, going straight down the ground. And he gets a bouncer. He's equal to the task. He knew the short ball was coming and he was ready for it.
This was a poor delivery. Back of length around the ribcage area, especially when you have a fielder up in the 30-yard circle. Poor line, poor length. It was connection and was in the gap. 4 runs to end the over. Expensive over gun. 10 overs, 10 runs, beg your pardon, in the very first over for Dubai Daredevils.
Well, it's the captain coming into ball. Tasawwur Jammu. First delivery outside off stump. Boy beats the keeper as well. Got the awkward bounce. And it's 5 wides. So without bowling a single legal delivery, Tasawwur Jammu has conceded 5.
End of an away swing, and again the line, look at that, on the 7th stump, and it was moving further away. This was the problem with the opposition side, Dubai Daredevils. Much better line on the front foot, played it with soft hands for a quick single.
Yeah, Meet Khan just taking his eye off the ball. Was a chance of a run out had he collected cleanly. And Tasawwur Jammu, first ball getting a lot of swing. The second one just controlling his pace that time, didn't try to bowl it too quick. This is just the 7th delivery of the match, and he's shining that ball vigorously. No, another one, poor one, and another miss by the keeper. It's Haider Wasi Shah behind the stumps. He's not the regular, but he has to make an effort to stop that ball.
They've got the momentum, 17 runs on board. They just need to maintain that. Jammu under immense pressure, and that's where you need to really capitalize, put more pressure, get a boundary. A slow one, and Mohammad Nasir shuffling across, was looking to play that one towards onside mid-wicket region. No connection.
Well, they don't have a deep third man, they don't have anybody deep on the offside, and a wide delivery outside off stump. Why would you try to drag it towards mid-wicket or long on with the two fielders deep? There, just like that, guide it past that inner circle for a boundary.
It was right behind the bounce, it was on the top of it, and played it magnificently, just opening the face of the bat. That's a great shot. Look at that, on the back foot and using the pace in the gap between point and backward point.
Yeah, both Charit Nirmal and Nasir have corrected themselves very quickly after that first shot that they played. Both of them going across the line, then going in the direction of the swing of the ball, and this will give Dubai Daredevils a lot of confidence. They're off to a good start here in the chase of 216.
Comes down the track and plays it towards onside. Long chase for deep mid wicket, and before the throw comes in, 2 easy runs for these two batters.
Well, with those 5 wides, this is already becoming a very expensive over. 13 off it already. 23 on the board. The power play is crucial here, Srijit, for the Daredevils. If they can get about 55 runs in the power play, they're in the hunt.
Oh, this one stayed a bit low. Inner half of the bat was in contact, in the gap. No chance for that short fine fielder. 4 runs, 4 to end the over. 2 overs gone, 27 for no loss. Dubai Daredevils.
Well, the new bowler in now, Mohammad Azhar. And this is a good move, aggressive move by the captain. He's the ace bowler in this lineup, the highest wicket taker so far of the SkyExchange.net ICCA Academy Arabian Cricket League, powered by Fan Code. And bring him in early. Get a breakthrough.
Inviting the batsman to come forward. That's the right move. We saw how Mohammad in the previous innings did the same, but consistency was missing.
A big appeal, big appeal. And the finger stays down. The umpire Mujahid just having a quick look and then saying no. And Mohammad Azhar, he's not a big turner of the ball. Maybe just drifting down the leg side. Yes, drifting down leg side. That's a good decision by the umpire.
It was an arm ball from Azhar. Down the leg stump. Very lucky. There's a chance of a run out. But throw was very late.
Well, everything happened in slow motion there. Slow delivery. Went to Tasawwur Jammu, who took his sweet time to pick it up and throw it. And in the meantime, the batsman had run one. Just the one run in the three deliveries so far. They need a couple of overs like this in the power play future mattress. A beautiful shot. Very good looking shot that. He's given himself room and gone over the cover fielder for a boundary.
Exposed all three stumps. Open invitation to Mohammad Azhar. Look at that. Had ample time to clear that infield. No protection in the deep. 4 easy runs.
Oh, that delivery was the one that turns. That's why it was a bit short in length. An arm ball would have made things very interesting. Well, will Mohammad Nasir try the same thing again? That's the question. This time covers the stumps. And Mohammad Azhar, while he was targeting those three stumps, and very lucky Mohammad to get a bit of bat on that. That would have been a loud appeal.
Excellent comeback after being hit for a boundary. Again a quicker one. Excellent take behind the stumps. Dot to end the over. 3 overs gone. 32 for naught.
Well, spin from both ends. It's Ahmed Shafiq, another left arm spinner. Played towards that point fielder, and they've taken a single. Well, that's risky running, but you have to say some poor fielding there by Ikram at point.
Slightly short. Had to adjust. Look at that. That have been a better throw. So we jumped just above the stumps. That wasn't the case. That saved Mohammad Nasir. Slightly quicker, but had ample time. Went on to the back foot.
Oh, very interesting field placing this by Ahmed. He's got a deep mid wicket and a long off. And he's very lucky to get away with that, because Tahir Latif was in the circle. And this time he's connected. That was a safe shot. And he's gone over long on for a maximum.
It was a brave shot from Nasir. He came down the track, and that was the reason why that fielder was inside the 30-yard circle. If you are brave enough, you can put the dancing shoes, and he did that to perfection. But still, I believe that loopy delivery, the tossed up delivery is what required. Unlike Mohammad Azhar, he's bowling quick outside the off stump. That won't work, especially against Mohammad Nasir.
Yeah, you need to target the stumps. He's slightly different in approach, Ahmed Shafiq, to Mohammad Azhar. Oh, it's in the gap, it's in the gap, it's running away to the square leg boundary. A lot of work to do for the fielder, Zuzair Khan. And they've taken to, unlike Azhar, who's a bit taller, has a higher release, Ahmed Shafiq doesn't have a lot of jump as well. So if the shorter delivery just sits up nicely for the batsman.
This one slightly on the off stick, created some room, but couldn't find the gap. Yes, you're right. And he's not a tall lad. He'll give more air onto the deliveries, but would be interesting if if the skipper can bring him post 10. As this time he goes on one knee, it's in the gap, long chase. Will he be able to stop that one? No, he won't. 4 runs, 4 to end the over. 4 overs completed, 46 for naught.
Well, Mohammad Azhar will continue. He has a big role here, Mohammad Azhar.
Give the change.
And Ikram Jora going behind the stumps. Haider Wasi Shah coming in as a fielder. I think that's a good move. He's a gun fielder, Haider Wasi Shah. And they need somebody patrolling the boundaries that can run hard, take those catches, put in those slides and save the boundaries. Still 2 more overs of the power play, Srijit. And I'm sure they must be targeting at least 20 runs in those. That would give them 65, 66 runs in the power play. That's a good start when you're chasing 216.
I second you, and that will be a big question for the middle order. So far they have done really well. Look at the current run rate. They need to make sure that the partnership, they start fresh post power play. They did a tremendous job in first 4 overs, and they need to change their strategy. The way they are batting, they have to rejig their strategy and make sure that they are converting singles into doubles.
Oh, a bit of a hold up, and Shiju Sam is not impressed. He's got the teacup out. He's got the teacup out. You better watch out. A lot of conversations going on. And this hold up. Well, will this play with the concentration of the batsmen? They were in the groove. And future Mattress, well, they like playing some mind games, have slowed the game down in the power play.
That really helps to break a partnership. We have seen that in many games. Packed offside field for Nasir. Quicker one. Was very close to the off stick.
Oh, Mohammad Azhar is just pointing at the keeper and saying, is this the best we've got? I'm not sure if that was an outside edge, but that break has helped just a bit. Oh, this time he gathers easily, Ikram.
Comparing with the other left arm spinners, the opposition side, this is what you need to do, especially when you're bowling in first 6 overs. And that was the period when Vasi, and this time there was a chance of a stump, but wicketkeeper couldn't gather it properly.
Well, they've missed the stumping opportunity. They've given away 2 free runs, and Mohammad Azhar is not happy at all. This would have been a very big wicket. He was blindsided, but you have to take those and you have to get those stumpings in, Ikram Johra.
We saw that change in this particular over. Slower through the air, change of pace, and I think that pause has helped the Red Devils.
Yeah, just don't understand these tactics. There's a backbone of your side, the wicketkeeper. This time the ball racing down towards square leg, and it's a boundary. Well, it's a crucial boundary. This was turning out to be a very miserly over, but now they've taken 6 off it.
Was looking really good, Mohammad Azhar. Then that stumping chance. After that, he couldn't really get his line, get his rhythm, resulting in this boundary. 50 comes up with that shot. Not a convincing one though.
Well, they don't mind one bit. 50-run opening stand, and again it's off the bat, is it? Just waiting for the signal of the umpire. Yes, it's runs. And again, well, it was a bit difficult for Ikram. You have to say the keeper. Again blindsided, just getting a glove. And another expensive over, 10 off it. The Red Devils 56 for no loss at the end of 5. Well, a brisk start, and as soon as I introduce Mr. Ahmed Khwaja into the com box, there is a wicket, a big wicket.
Well, Ahmed Shafiq into his second over, and a loss of concentration from Charit, playing all across the line there. That was a very poor shot and a very poor dismissal. So future Mattress on the board among the wickets. 56 for 1, handy knock from Charit Nirmal, 17 of 13. So the captain Rahul Soni in at number 3. They've gotten off to a very brisk start, keeping abreast with the required run rate, both at 10.8. But this is the crucial stage of the game. Final over of power play. New batter in, and he needs to dig in here against Ahmed Shafiq. Watchfully played, quick single, and that might be a run out. Umpire Mujahid goes upstairs to the third umpire. That looks pretty close to me.
Well, it's Haider Vasisha. That's why they've taken him into the field. One bounce into the hands. This could be a tight one.
Well, that is very, very marginal indeed. We need a closer look at that, but Mohammad Nasir might be in trouble here. Well, that is disastrous for Dubai Daredevils. Mohammad Nasir short of his crease, and Haider Vasisha, is there anything he cannot do in the field tonight?
I expect him to come bowl as well. Oh, good throw and a good take as well. Yes, very good decision by the third umpire.
Nicely done, nicely executed by Ikram Johra behind the sticks as well. So a sparkling innings from Nasir, 32 of 18, brought to an abrupt end. 56 for 2, back-to-back wickets falling now for the Daredevils. Abdulaziz Ansari coming in at number 4. He's been in good batting form in the Arabian Cricket League, and tonight he really has to dig in. Both new batters at the crease. A big setback for the Daredevils. Ahmed Shafiq producing 2 wickets, one to his credit, and right behind that solidly is Aziz. Bit of a misfield there from Tahir Latif. The fielding has not been great from Future Mattress.
No, it hasn't. That's why they brought in Haider Vasisha in the circle to add that spark to what was a lackluster performance before that run out.
Well, one man overcoming so many deficiencies for this Future Mattress squad. Depleted squad, it has to be said. The frontline batting order is missing, all on international duty, and that man has really been a colossus. Once again, just bowling on that outside edge of the bat. Very good consistency from Ahmed Shafiq.
Oh, back-to-back wickets does that to you. Could we see a maiden over here? They were going at 11 and over before this.
Turned around the corner. Be that long single. They're going to push for 2 here. Oh, and he's been sent back. Rahul Soni very concerned with his partner's call, but they've made it back safely. Only 1 run off the over, but 2 massive wickets. 57 for 2 at the end of power play. Toki Riyasat, right arm medium pacer coming into the attack. Played a brilliant cameo with the bat, pardon me. Now coming in with the ball from the academy end. Gets that ball to nip around off the seam and has a bit of healthy pace about him. Deep third, deep fine leg in place for him immediately. Interesting. Mid off is up. Oh, and right on the money, right on that off stump channel and full. team owner Adil Mirza in the field today. Hard to miss his presence. Didn't get going with the bat. Played a good hand in the previous game. Firmly driven towards square leg. He's timing the ball pretty well. But it will be a test of their mettle as well. They hadn't expected this quick start from the Daredevils at all, Abdurrahman.
Yeah, there was 73 for one Future Mattress at the end of the power play themselves. Or 56, beg your pardon, for the White Daredevils. Not a bad start, but that one over, that last over of the power play, just the one run coming off it in 2 wickets, one a needless run out of Mohammad Nasir.
Yeah,
Just pegged it back.
They needed him to bat through for sure. Get a score of 60, 70 odd. Oh, easy pickings for Rahul Soni. Beautiful flick off the pads for a boundary.
All the power play restrictions have been lifted, but he's still able to find the boundary. Rahul, it was a hit me ball down the leg side, just had to get some bat on it, and he's placed it to perfection. No chance for that fine leg fielder.
Yeah, that's a poor ball from Tokir any time of the night. So he's under pressure early in his over, conceding that early boundary. Once again fired in on the pads. That's not really a wicket taking ball, to be honest.
You're just trying to stop the runs. And Tokir Riyasat, as you said, he's a bit nippy. He needs to make sure he gets the right line and length.
153 needed of 80. Long way to go in this game. Oh, threw his hands at that one. Just kept a touch low. Aziz Ansari looking to be a bit more expansive in his stroke play. So now they push the mid off back. Outside edge, deep third. Oh, good. He does well there, Tahir. Needed to block that one off quickly. And a steady over from Tokir in the end. 7 off it. 64 for 2. Change in the bowling then. Some left arm leg spin being introduced. Tahir Latif, very seasoned campaigner. And a half tracker, but not taken advantage of there. Only dragged into the leg side. They've picked up 2 there. Tell us more about him, Abdurrahman.
He's been in and around the circuit for a very long time, Tahir Latif. Has a googly as well, wicked googly actually. But it's just not been a regular for Future Mattress. He's got an opportunity today. Let's see if he can deliver.
Yeah, if you haven't seen a lot of him, he can be a very tricky customer. Has that genuine googly as well that goes away from the right-hander. Mixes it up very nicely. Very experienced. Just pulling out Abdul Aziz. They need him to dig in tonight. 5 off 10. They can afford to take a bit of time. We know the run scoring can come at a very rapid rate later in the innings. Oh, that was the one going across the right-hander. Given as a wide, slightly harsh, I reckon.
Yeah, just a quicker delivery attempted. And outside the reach of the batsman.
This time a lot straighter. Tucked away towards deep square. Only for one. Mohammad Azhar moving swiftly. So plenty of spin options, but with that duo factor, it can be a big nuisance, Abdurrahman.
We haven't seen Asim Mumtaz bowl yet. he'll bowl a couple of overs as well. So yeah, with the dew settling in, it'll be interesting to see their approach here. They're not going to stick with the fast bowlers. Just the 1 over for Tasawwur Jammu and Uzair Khan so far.
Yeah, perhaps spread the overs around. Attempted sweep, but bit of extra bounce there for Tahir Latif. He's gone through his over quite quickly, only conceded 4, so that dot ball pressure is certainly amping that required run rate up. Drilled straight. There is a long off in place. Well, Wasi seems to be absolutely everywhere tonight.
It was point at one stage. Now at long off.
Such a key member of this future Mattress squad now. I'd say he's right up to number 3 in the team rankings after Rohan and Umair Ali Khan. They rely so heavily on him. Excellent over from Tahir. Gone through it quickly as well. 69 for 2. Tokir will continue from the academy end. Outside edge, and he's been taken. Once again, just hitting the seam. And a sharp catch behind the sticks by the backup keeper Ikram Johra.
A lot of pace, lot of zip. Look at where he's collected that ball. Thick edge. And another big wicket falls here. All this run chase is derailing for the Daredevils. Rahul Soni walks back for 5. 70 for the loss of 3 wickets now.
New batter in is Anup Nair. He also played a fabulous hand in the previous game for the Daredevils. But it's getting difficult now. Down the leg side. Missed out on that one. And off. No, it's given as a wide.
We're trying for the wonder delivery. Pitching on leg, taking out off. Not happening there for Tokir. In the 8th over, I don't think the ball is going to swing as much as he wants it to.
Yeah, especially with this very greasy outfield. Good looking punch from Anup. Shows he's in good touch. They're going to push for 2 here. Yeah, pick it up quite easily.
Now again, Uzair Khan having to come around the ball to pick it up. A left-hander. So they had that extra second or so to go for that 2.
They are covering a lot of real estate alone there. And he has a lot of strapping on his left arm. Wonder if it's just bothering him a bit. Been a very good addition to the future Mattress squad. Beats the outside edge. Nicely bowled. That's what Tokir really does. Hits that back of a length and gets that ball to just nip off the surface.
And that's why it's so difficult to play off the back foot as well. That ball just rushes on to you. Play and a miss for Anup Nair.
This time speeding into the pads. Asif Mumtaz at mid wicket, just slipping out of his reach, but no harm done. So they've really dried up the boundaries here. Very well, Future Mattress.
And the required run rate is shooting up now, almost 13 runs in over. But we've seen this before, haven't we, Ahmed Khwaja? Dubai Daredevils in the last 10 overs, well, they're a different side, especially when they're chasing.
Most certainly. And they said at the toss, even if they had won the coin flip, they would have bowled first. They wanted to chase. So it would have been in the back of their minds. It's a quality side, Future Mattress. You must have expected at least a 180, 185 score at the very least. They went well beyond that. And that may be the difference. If they had kept them around at 180. Oh, once again jagging in there. Beautifully bowled. And they will take two. Yeah, they'll make it in. Oh, is there a run out here? Ikram Johra. That look is not particularly convincing. I think he's made it.
Yeah, I don't think the ball has hit the stumps. It's Ikram's gloves. And as you said, just a sheepish look and a plead more than an appeal to Rashid Jussam. A good thing we have the third umpire as an option.
Well, he's not in the frame. Oh, he's not sliding his bat. And has he plonked it down? Oh yeah, he lost grip of the ball, Ikram. He's made a hash of it. So that's going to be given not out. 76 for 3 at the end of 9. Tahir Latif will continue from the school end. And that big boundary on the leg side just keeps getting bigger as that run rate climbs. So Abdul Aziz, very watchful, 7 of 13. What's his next move? Is he willing to just nudge the ball around? Or look for the fences, look for the boundaries? Clipped nicely once again. Mohammad Azhar waiting for his turn with the ball once again. But so far Tokir and Tahir are doing a really good job.
Oh yeah, TNT, Tahir and Tokir. Samir Yunus is missing. Somebody had to put in a dad joke somewhere.
Oh yes, he is our resident dad joke specialist.
Have you heard the one he put on Instagram today?
That was extremely embarrassing.
I needed bleach to clean my ears, man, after that.
Yeah, I think even that won't do the trick. Need something more powerful, some more powerful chemicals. Down the leg side. Could have taken it on the full. Will be given as a wide.
Oh, again trying that wonder googly. Bowled him around his legs. And that greasy ball for a wrist spinner is just like a bar of soap in your hand.
Oh, inside edge. This was that other one, the googly, the toppy. Just going on straight with the arm or drifting away from the right-hander. So he's mixing it up quite nicely here.
He's found a good rhythm. Like any other wrist spinner, just need to find a groove when you're bowling.
This time beautifully sliced behind point. And Ahmed Shafiq, despite his efforts, couldn't keep it within the park.
Oh, he did well to get to the ball. Just made a hash of it. Sliding and pushing it past the rope. A much needed boundary this for Dubai Daredevils and for Anup Nair.
Yeah, just needed to extend his arms. Bounced off them. So Anup Nair looking solid at the crease. Good player to have in the middle order. This time attempted slog sweep. And they should be pushing for 2, to be honest. That's casual running. Actually, he lost his bat. So that may have been the issue.
Well, I'd like to see Tahir come around the wicket to the right-handers. Get that LBW into play. He's pitching almost every delivery on or outside leg stump. And they just take out one mode of dismissal here.
Yeah, that was much straighter and nicely played. And that's much better running. Much better. That's more like it.
A good over as well. And if they can finish this over with the boundary, they'll be up with the required run rate at the halfway stage.
Yeah, it's at that point where they need a maximum every over or 2 boundaries. So rightly said, Anoop with the first one. Aziz has to be watchful. Oh, they've got that poor delivery that they could have put away, but found the short third. 85 for 3 at the halfway stage. So 131 required of the last 10 overs. Abdur Rahman has stepped out of the comm box for a break, and joining me is going to be Srijit PS. Good evening, Srijit. Welcome back.
Thank you, mate, and good evening to all our viewers. Equation pretty simple, but partnership is what they need at this stage. And at the same time, they need to have an eye on the scoreboard and, to be precise, the required rate.
It's above 13 now. Tokir into his third over. Trying to pull that away. It was much too straight there. So now is the stage of the game where they have to take chances in every over. It's as simple as that.
You need to give credit to future Mattress bowlers. It's not easy to grip the ball due to very condition, but still they have managed to bowl in right areas.
Yeah, experienced side for sure. Outside edge past the keeper. Well, Ikram Johra on his haunches there. Should have reacted better. That should have been a catch.
Absolutely. Was slightly coming in, and there you go. Late reaction, and that's a reprieve, I would say, given to the batsman.
Couldn't agree with you more, Sujit. So that should go down as a life for Aziz Ansari. Tokir rightly a bit disappointed with the keeping effort. 90 for 3 now.
Excellent delivery nonetheless.
Yeah, that's his stock ball. Back of a length. Pulled away this time. There is a deep square leg in place just for that shot, but nicely controlled by Aziz Ansari.
He knew exactly where the fielder was, and especially for that shot, Adil has kept backward square leg. But they need boundaries. Every over they need boundaries. They have to get it at will.
This time a slower bouncer. Once again burst out of the keeper's reach. And they're just conceding these casual runs. They can add up eventually on you.
Absolutely. And the way they have bowled, whether it is spinner, whether it is fast bowling, they have impressed everyone. That wasn't the case with the Dubai Daredevils.
Yeah, just that middle passage of play. They conceded a lot of boundaries, especially behind point. That indicates that the lines and lengths of the bowlers were a bit too wide, too short, and in the form that Syed Haider Wasi Shah is in, he was going to cash in big time.
Looked tentative though in the first 5-6 deliveries that Wasi played, but then that was the opportunity that he gave, the only opportunity, and this one way outside the off stump.
Well, he's looking quizzically at the umpire, and he's been given, yes, there was an outside edge. So Tokir Riyasat on a poor delivery gets a bonus wicket.
Well, that was way outside the off stump, and the bowler was pretty sure that he got his man, and the wicketkeeper was confused.
Well, no confusion there. Umpire Mujahid raising the finger after consulting the leg umpire, and Aziz Ansari. A promising innings comes to an end. 15 of 20. 92 for 4 now. Tahir Latif continues. Beautiful back cut, but once again couldn't quite find the gap. The new batter in is Mohammad Hanif at number 6. So they've just kept chipping away. Required run rate now hovering at 14. So this game is slipping away from the Daredevils. Sweep shot behind square, but there is Muhammad Azhar manning that position. So where do they go from here, Sujit?
I think they need to improvise. They need to get runs on board, which is not coming in. They are trying, and especially among these two batters, I would say Anup Nair is technically sound, who is taking that sweep shot against the spinners. That is what required. And look at that. Couldn't really understand, couldn't really judge the pace, turn on that occasion.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of left arm leg break, especially in domestic cricket. So he has to figure out what Tahir is bowling here. That's a safe play to play straight, but he's done a wonderful job. Only 15 runs conceded in his 2.4 overs.
No doubt in that. The way he bowled, the way he selected the areas. Again, a toss-step delivery, clears his front leg, it's in the air. Excellent work done by the fielder in the deep, but won't be able to stop these two batters from getting 2 runs.
Yeah, Tawqir Riyasat there at long on, had to move swiftly. So Hanif has decided, right, I've seen a couple of deliveries, it's time to get going. And that's the right approach. You can't die wondering. Beats him outside off. That was the other one going sliding across the right hander. 95 for 4. Adil Mirza coming into the bowling then. Required run rate has leaped above 15. Bowls a bit of dibbly-dobbly off spin. Let's see if it works for him tonight. Swiped onto mid-wicket and finds the gap. Beautifully put away by Anup Nair.
Good thing was that he played it with the turn. He's turning the ball into the right-handed batsman. He waited on the back foot, and then that shot. No protection inside the 30-yard circle. Deep fielders were there, but found the gap to perfection.
Yeah, he certainly needs a deep mid-wicket. That fielder has gone in exactly that region now. And that's a better delivery. Flighted well outside off. If you want to cut me against the spin, then fair enough, go for it.
Good thinking by Adil, by bowling way outside the off stump.
Once again beats the outside edge. He's trying to hit the ball too hard perhaps.
He's struggling against that length. Remember, there is extra cover, there is sweeper cover.
This time onto the leg side once again. Aerial, but it will land well within the confines of the outfield. 100 raised for Daredevils, and they have plenty more to get though, and time is running out, Srijit.
Just a boundary in this over. You have to give credit to the bowlers, the way they have bowled. In the tossed up, it's in the air towards the right of the short third man fielder. Was he there? Just a single.
Yeah, leading edge from Hanif. Has to be careful. There you can see furiously trying to dry the ball. It's very difficult for the spinners out there. Big shot onto the leg side. And that will clear everybody for a maximum.
That was in his arc, and he said thank you very much. He sends it towards deep mid-wicket region. Look at that. His eyes lit up the moment he tossed it up. There was protection at wideish long gone. Mere spectator on that occasion. 13 overs gone. 107 for 4 Dubai Daredevils.
Final over for Tahir Latif. Good looking drive from Hanif. Using his feet, that's the right approach.
And also it was a wrong one, which was read really well by Hanif. He struggled in the previous over against Tahir. But this time around, just understanding the situation. Slightly shot outside the off stump. Straight to the fielder at sweeper cover. Just a single. Bowling slightly shorter, Tahir. Remember, his loopy delivery around that middle end leg. That is where you can put the batsman in two minds. Again a tossed up delivery, inviting the batsman to play an on drive. Just a single. Look at the required run rate. They need to have a check. Barring Anoop Nair, especially in this partnership, Mohammad Hanif looks very silent. Slightly shorter again. Punches it but straight to the fielder at short extra cover. Just a single.
Yeah, been a very economical spell. Not been rewarded with a wicket just yet. But none for 21. Going at below 6 runs per over is a fantastic effort. This time swiped towards long on. And what a connection. All the way for 6.
It's not an easy shot to play. Came down the track, intention pretty clear. Look at that. Was almost on the 5th or 6th stump. He had to drag it from off and played it right over that fielder's head for 6. And again from the middle of the blade. Has it got the distance? Yes, it has. Over the mid wicket for 6.
Wow, what a counter attack from Mohammad Hanif. This time once again, slightly too full, slightly too straight. The fast hands and the sweet connection for half a dozen. Well, the Daredevils, they haven't given it up just yet. 123 for 4.
Mohammad Azhar will continue. Tossed up delivery, slightly quicker. Played it towards onside for a single. He's mixing his line really well. That has been the highlight as far as his first spell is concerned.
Super experienced campaigner, Mohammad Azhar. He's been there, done that plenty of times. Required run rate, well, it was brought down slightly by that assault from Mohammad Hanif in the previous over. Can he continue though? 3-4 more overs like this. Oh, trying to cut that straight one, inside edge, past the keeper. Very lucky there.
The dangerous customer, Mohammad Azhar. You have to have an eye on that delivery. You might think that it will turn away from you. That was an arm ball, quicker through the air. Was lucky that he got some bat onto it.
Sliced away by Anoop. Once again, couldn't beat that point fielder. He doesn't really like to loft the ball against the spinners. Looks for that square cut more often than not.
Would be a great option if he can come down the track and play inside out, which will be a brave one. Kept bit low, very cheeky, plays it towards onside for a single.
This partnership has grown to 34 runs in pretty quick time, 90 of 32. Very difficult for sure, but we've seen crazier things happen at the ICCA Academy. And Hanif, he's been a good addition to the side. I've been impressed by him.
Tossed up delivery, invitation was on, played a bit soft and wanted a single, but good decision coming in from Anup Nair, because the wicketkeeper was lunging towards the ball.
This time defeated in the flight, and they've only taken 4 runs off the over. Top stuff from Mohammad Azhar. 127 for 4, 89 required of the last 5 overs. Well, there you can see clear divergence between the two worms of the Daredevils and Future Mattress, but just that slight blip, you never know. Will they coincide once more? Should have an exciting final 5 overs. 89 required of it. Adil Mirza went for 12 in his first over, hit for a 4 and a 6. So certainly I feel Mohammad Hanif is certainly going to take a chance here. Will it pay off? Can they take another 12-15 runs off this over? He goes for it towards mid-wicket and in the gap. 4 runs.
You're talking about will he be taking that risk? Yes, intention pretty clear. Was a tossed up delivery. Look at that shot. Confident looking, brave shot from Mohammad Hanif. That's what you need. Putting pressure on the very first ball.
He's been mighty impressive. 23 in quick time of just 13 deliveries. They will believe as long as he's still out there counter-attacking the spinners. This time over fine leg and well fielded. Asif Mumtaz, wonderful fielding effort, and they're scampering for 2. They've made it in time.
Good thinking, intelligent thinking there. Look at that, slightly short, went on to the back foot. He knew that will be a big chase for the backward square leg fielder. Good presence of mind at the same time. And this one slower through the air. Mohammad Hanif was eyeing that backward point region.
Yeah, that's not a good shot. You don't want to try that cut shot. He's bowling much too slow in the air for that. Keep taking your chances down the ground. You do have the ability to clear the boundary ropes. Slice towards extra cover, beats the fielder, long off, moving, and it's a boundary.
Good inside out shot. Remember, there was a fielder at extra cover. You're talking about taking risk, and they are taking it. They are manufacturing shots. Look at that. Bottom hand coming into play, and no chance for that fielder at extra cover. 4 runs.
Nicely done. Nicely done once again. They've taken 10 of the first 4 deliveries. A maximum will get them where they need to be. 45-run partnership added in very quick time. Swung away towards square leg. Big chase for the fielder, but he should rein it in. So he's smartly used the gaps to his advantage here, Mohammad Hanif.
Can they get a 6 in the last delivery of Adil Zoba?
Well, Srijit, you are very greedy. How many runs do you want in 1 over? They've already got 12. And Hanif sails into the 30s. And perhaps taking the wiser option. He's retaining the strike. 140 for 4.
Mohammad Azhar will continue from the academy end. Slightly slower through the air. Played it towards onside for a single. And to talk about the remaining few overs and what should be Daredevil's strategy, I've got Abdur Rahman in the com box. Welcome, mate.
Thank you so much, Srijit and Ahmed Khwaja. It couldn't be a simpler strategy. Just go for 20 runs every over. This one in the air, in no man's land, and they take two. They're not giving up, the Daredevils. And if they can score 20 odd runs in this over, take it to the last over, well, funnier things have happened, Srijit.
Absolutely. If you look at the previous 3-4 overs, they got the momentum, Dubai Daredevils, and they need to make sure that they keep that momentum going. Won't be an easy task, especially against this man on your screen.
Oh, he's inside out, through cover. It's Asim Mumtaz with the chase, but this time he cannot save it. Experienced Asim Mumtaz, and in the end it's a boundary, it's a crucial boundary. They're just hanging in there, the Daredevils.
Look at that, he was trying to follow the batsman, but he did well. He knew exactly where the field was and bisecting the gap. No chance. Excellent shot there. 7 already of first 3 deliveries. Can they get to that 20 runs over? We'll have to wait. Down the leg stump. Chase for short fine leg fielder. Just a single.
We're waiting for the umpire signals leg buys. They could have done 2, but I think Hanif wanted the strike. 33 of 19 deliveries. Did they send him a bit too late, Srijit? Mohammad Hanif?
Comes down the track. Wanted to play that over, long gone. Inner half of the bat was in contact. Just a single. You're right. They got the start in the first 6 overs, but they couldn't really take that advantage.
Well, after those back-to-back wickets falling against Ahmed in the 6th over, I think Mohammad Hanif at that stage would have just kept the momentum with the Daredevils. Charges down the track, this time Manoop for a single. 24 deliveries for 34 runs for Anoop. 150 on the board now. End of over number 17, and Daredevils need 66 runs to win in the last 3 overs. First ball, and Hamid Khan takes a simple catch. It's Ahmed Shafiq who's coming to bowl, and a good catch taken in the end. It's a big wicket.
Anup Nair was looking really good, but then this happened. He had no other option than to look for those shots and paid the price. He's out for 34, and future Dubai Daredevils 150 for the loss of 5 wickets.
Well, attacking field now against Ali Gohar. Hamid Khan coming in at slip. Not a bad option. Ahmed has bowled really well.
Psychological move, I guess, putting pressure on Ali Gohar. They know for the fact that they have to score runs quickly, and this one looks close, and up goes the finger.
Well, again, back-to-back wickets for Ahmed. Well, the first time it was a wicket and a run out. This time, both wickets for Ahmed. And right in front of the stumps, Shijusap, slight nod of the head, and the finger goes up. Ali Gohar goes out for a first ball duck. 150 for 6 now, Dubai Daredevils, and Ahmed Shafiq will be on a hat-trick. Well, new batsman walking in is Abdul Safar, left-hander, and a hat-trick chance here for Ahmed Shafiq. They're going for the attack, have a slip in place. 3 fielders, 4 fielders in the circle. The game is done and dusted. Can they get a hat-trick here?
Was slightly fuller. Played it towards cover, not for any runs. Has bowled really well, bowling his third over, beg your pardon. Picked up 3 wickets. Again, wicket to wicket. Remember, what an easy conditions there to bowl. With that towel. Wiping the ball, not able to grip properly, but still they have managed to bowl in right areas and pick those crucial wickets.
It was in the slot, it's in the air, and it's going out of the park. Well, he gave him a little bit of respect, the first 2 deliveries, Abdul Safar, and then he stonked him over long on for a maximum.
With the turn, look back. It was a tossed up delivery. He waited and played it over the long on fielder's head for 6. It was looking a great over, but then that penultimate delivery was dispatched towards long on for a 6.
This time it's in the air. Oh, he's grasped it, Toki Riyasat. It was a simple chance. He has a big smile on his face. I'll tell you what, Ahmed Shafiq will not be smiling at all. And Asim Mumtaz is angry as well. Oh, everything happening in this over. But it's a game-changing over from Ahmed Shafiq. Just the 7 runs and 2 wickets of it. Dubai Daredevils 157 for 6. They need 59 runs in the last 2 overs. That's a drop chance. It was a simple catch, and Tawqir Riyasat, well, he wasn't in the mood at all. 59 runs needed in the last 2 overs. Well, we've seen this before. Syed Haider Wasi Shah comes into bowl, picked up 2 wickets in the last game that he bowled after 100. Can he get another wicket here and take away the man of the match trophy? Wide outside off stump, he'll have to bowl that again.
But he'll be happy with the way things have gone so far. Batted really well, and he won't mind picking up 1 or 2 more wickets.
I'm yet to meet a player who'd mind picking up a couple of wickets, Srijit. They take a single. It's not a bad option. The right-hander against the leg spinner. has a run out to his name, a crucial run out. Mohammad Nasir was looking very good before Wasi Shah got a run out. Goes for the reverse sweep, getting a lot of bounce. And Mohammad Hanif just having a word with the bowler, telling him to bowl it in the slot.
Trying different things. He's got all the rights in the world to do that. Again, was a googly, but line is what he needs to think about.
Yeah, even if as a right left-hander, that would have been wide. Rightly called by the umpire. Now some mind games by Mohammad Hanif. There's a good delivery there and a big smile. And the Wasi Shah, it's good to see. He's enjoying his cricket now. And the runs, the fielding, the bowling, all of that shows.
Absolutely. A slip in place way outside the off stump. Wide signal by the umpire. Very casual on that occasion, having a smile on his face.
Oh, one thing is for sure, he's not taking the position of a regular bowler away. Haider Wasi Shah. Better delivery this time, but he has murdered it over long on for a maximum, giving a taste of his own medicine. Haider Wasi Shah
Picked up really well. Was another googly in the slot, and he needed that connection, and he got that to perfection. No chance for that long on fielder.
Oh, that was in the slot as well, but Hanif has done well to take a single, get to the other end, wants to face that last over. And Abdul Safar will have the license to go for a big shot here with one more delivery to come in the 19th over.
If we look at the batting performance of Dubai Daredevils, first half, especially that power play, went really well, and then that middle overs, that really pulled them back, I would say. As he gets ready to bowl the final one, slightly quicker, attempted pull shot, lower half of the bat was in contact, will be getting a single, and he'll retain the strike. 19 overs gone, 169 for 6.
Were 47 runs needed in the last over. The Dubai Daredevils will want to get as close as possible. Net run rate will play a huge role in this Group B encounter. As he grasped it, well, Ahmed Shafiq has picked up 3 wickets, but he's been very, very unlucky. I think that was a grasped opportunity by the wicketkeeper.
I think from the next encounter onwards, it will be for sure Syed Haider Wasi Shah. Did a decent job. Flighted delivery outside the off stump. It's in the air. One bounce towards that long on region for 4.
Oh, he's unlucky, Ahmed. Should have had the wicket, but in the end, he's conceded a boundary. Good looking shot there. No chance for Haider. These are important runs for the Dubai Daredevils.
Reverse sweep comes into play, but straight to the fielder. Just a single. That won't really hurt future Mattress. They did really well, especially Wasi Shah, the way he batted. Remember, there were no key players in future Mattress. No Rohan Mustafa, no Umar Ali Khan, and still managed to get 215 runs on board. And bowled really well.
Oh, in the slot this time, but straight to the mid-wicket fielder. They're going to push for 2. Yes, they are. This could be a run-out opportunity, but it's a poor throw. And Mohammad Hanif will come back to take strike. He moves on to 43. Trying to get to that half-century mark. Mohammad Hanif.
Daredevils will have to do their homework. Again, a flighted delivery, dipping onto him. Got some back to it, and they will easily get the second one. Middle order batting is where they need to concentrate, and plus that extras which they have gifted to future Mattress.
Yeah, those 16 extras coming back to haunt them. They remove that from the 38, and that would have been a slightly closer game. 45. Can he finish with a 6, Mohammad Hanif? Get to a half century. Goes inside out, through cover, beautiful looking shot. It's a boundary. He'll finish at 49. But in the end, it's the future Mattress side that are victors today. 34 runs, and Mohammad Hanif has enjoyed his 49, celebrating it like a half century. And why not?
That's the positive that the team management can take. Mohammad Hanif, 49. Anup Nair batted really well. But again, we talked about promoting him up the order. That would be the key. The top order batters really batted well, especially in the power play. And they lacked that middle order strength, which they will have to work. And there you go, future Mattress winning this encounter quite convincingly.
Yeah, look at that middle order, as you said. Rahul Soni, 5 of 6 deliveries. Abdul Aziz, 15 of 20. And then some impetus in the middle by Anup Nair and Mohammad Hanif, but a bit too late. And that's where they've lost the game, lost the momentum. 182 for 6. And Mohammad Nasir run out on 32 was probably the game-changing moment for the bowlers. It was Ahmed Shafiq and Taqir Riyasat who picked up 5 wickets between them. No wickets for Mohammad Azhar, who's the highest wicket taker of the tournament so far, and Tahir Latif as well. But they bowled well, kept the run rate in check, and they bowled 16 extras as well, returning the favour to the Daredevils, the future Mattress bowlers. In the end, they were able to win the game by 33 wickets. That's the match summary. Then Haider Wasisha, the standout performance, 108 of 65 deliveries, and started off really well with Hamid Khan, who got 39 of 20. Charit Nirmal picking up 2 wickets, and we're still wondering why he didn't bowl the full quota. And then in the run chase, it was just Mohammad Hanif with 49 of 27, a bit too late for the run chase. Anup Nair 34 of 26, and Mohammad Nasir as the opener, 32 of 18. Ahmed Shafiq 3 wickets for 35, could have had 5 easily, and Taqir Riyasat picked up 2 crucial wickets in his 3-over spell. Future Mattress winning the game by 33 runs and still unbeaten in the SkyExchange.net ICCA Academy Arabian Cricket League 22-23, powered by Fan Code. Well, the cricket will continue and will come fast at you. Tomorrow we'll have Ajman Heroes versus Footprint Defenders live from the ICCA Academy Oval Grounds. So do tune in. We have some important games coming up. That will be us signing off from the comm box. We will be going down shortly to Ahmed Khwaja, who will be with the man of the match for the post-match presentation. That's a good evening from me and Srijit here in the comm box.
Hello.
Bhaskar, second Bhaskar. Welcome post-match.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we welcome everyone to the post-match presentation of the SkyX.net ICC Academy Arabian Cricket League powered by FanCode. Before we begin, firstly we would like to thank the ICC Academy and all the administration involved behind the scenes for its support in hosting this level of a tournament. We would also like to thank our sponsors, our title sponsor SkyX.net, our official streaming partner FanCode, and our event partner TCM. In the 33rd match of the tournament, Future Mattress has defeated Dubai Daredevils by 33 runs. Commencing ahead, we will now be announcing the name of the player of the match. The award will be presented by Mr. Iftikhar Ali, our match referee. And once again, the player of the match award goes to Syed Haider Wasi Shah for his 108 of 65 balls and a run out, as he led his side to post a massive score that was just too much for the Daredevils in the end. Wasi, in the previous match you came in 26 for 2, you smashed 100. Today you came in the first over 2 for 1, smashed another 100. Pressure means nothing to you currently.
Yeah, no, first of all, alhamdulillah for this, and secondly, yeah, no, if you take pressure basically, then you're gonna you're not gonna play your shots. So I just say to myself, if you're seeing the ball well recently, so might as well just play your shots, and if it's meant to be, it will happen.
Well, it was a very depleted side tonight. A lot of senior players missing out on international duty, but still leading a top side like Future Mattress to a big victory. It's your 6th victory of the Arabian Cricket League. Right now, you're gunning for the MVP of the tournament. Have you thought about that?
Yeah, no, it's in the back of my head, but obviously the first priority is getting the team over the line, hopefully lifting the cup this tournament, and then we'll see about the MVP later.
Well, we'll see later, but for now, who would you like to dedicate this award to?
My mom and my dad. My dad's doing Umrah, praying for me. So yeah, obviously this is for you, Dad.
Brilliant performance, top stuff.
Thank you so much.
Well, that is the very charming and very humble Syed Haider Wasi Shah, back-to-back player of the match performances, and deservedly getting the award tonight as well. Well, that's all from the post-match award ceremony. Tomorrow, it's a double-header Saturday at the Arabian Cricket League. Join us at 4 p.m. local time for all the action. We'll see you then. Good night.